Hello, I am a participant of 1 week faculty development program Moodle Learning and Management System, which is organized by MGM University, Dr. JY College of Computer Science and Information Technology, Aurangabad, along with the Spoken Tutorial IIT Bombay. Today, I am going to give my learning outcomes on a day one assignment of this faculty development program. I, I am Dr. Vijay Kumar S. Chatti, a faculty in D.Y. Patil College of Engineering, Akrudi, Pune. The outcome of the first video what I have watched is regarding the overview of Moodle. In this video, I could able to understand what is a LMS, and I could also understand what is a Moodle as an LMS and who can use the Moodle, the examples of the Moodle websites, the software and the hardware requirements for the Moodle. So basically the LMS help us to create, manage and deliver any e-learning content. For example, educational courses, training programs. It also help us to manage our courses. We can create, edit the content. We can give access to the students. We can grade the submissions done by the students. So this LMS as a Moodle, if we can understand in detail, so Moodle is a responsive, free and open source software. It is one of the most popular learning management system used globally by educational institutes. Its security control keeps our data safe and protected. It has some special features which empower both teachers and the learners. It also provides a detailed documentation which makes it easy to use. So Moodle user community and forums help are very active. So there are free plugins available in the Moodle which makes it feature rich. So basically Moodle is a easy to navigate on all the devices, has detailed reports on activity and participation at course and at site level. So Moodle helps in collaborating as well as personalized learning. So there are forums, peer assignments, group management, learning paths, etc. can be used using this Moodle. So educational institutes like universities, schools, colleges and coaching institutes, businesses for employee training and orientation, hospital and healthcare training programs, any learning based institutions can use Moodle. So to install a Moodle, we need to have Apache web server, a database like MySQL, MariaDB or PostgreSQL, PHP. These are the software requirements to install in Moodle, and to have an hardware requirements to install the Moodle. The disk space required is 200 MB for Moodle code plus space for store the content. However, 5 GB is a realistic minimum requirement. The processor required is 1 GHz minimum, but 2 GHz dual core or more is recommended for this. The memory requirement 512 MB is the minimum and the recommended one is 1 GB. So these requirements will change based on the type of load which comes onto the system. Now let us understand the roles of a site administrator and the roles of a teacher. So the site administrator will install Moodle on the server. He or she can create course categories as per the institutional guidelines, manage courses and user accounts for multiple users. When it comes to the teacher role, teachers will be responsible for uploading and editing content for their courses, create assignments and quizzes to assess the student progress, enroll students to their course and communicate with them. Now the video number 2 and 3, that is getting ready for Moodle installation and installing Moodle on local server. has elaborated on how to download the Moodle and install the Moodle. Now the prerequisites for installing the Moodle is the one which we could able to understand from the video, and how to check for the prerequisites, how to set up the database, how to add a user. Now to install a Moodle, we should have a systems that support Apache 2.x plus, MariaDB 5.5.30 plus, and PHP 5.4.4 plus. Now the spoken tutorial of IIT Bombay are using the OS as Ubuntu Linux OS 16.04, Apache, MariaDB, and PHP obtained through XAMPP version 5.6.30, and the Moodle version is 3.3, and the internet is Firefox web browser. Now if you can see the installation in the Moodle, this is the 3.3 plus built. So here it gives the server check information in the screen, particularly if you can see this. Now this helps to set up the Moodle and install the Moodle. Now once the Moodle is installed in the system, the next step which comes to us is to have the admin dashboard ready for the Moodle which has been set up. So in the video number 4, we could able to understand the admin dashboard, how to set the admin dashboards. There are different various blocks in the admin dashboard. So there is an admin's profile page. Now in this video, particularly video number 4, we could able to understand how to edit the admin profile, how to edit the preferences. So these blocks basically are the items that serve a specific purpose or informations. So blocks are found on all pages of the Moodle. Think of them as shortcuts. So blocks are basically the shortcuts to critical parts of a course. Now this is the dashboard of a user, admin user. Now this is a Moodle which is created as shown in the video is for the Digital India LMS. Now here you can see the different dashboard available. Now here in the name admin user, below that we can see one more window which is a course overview, and right side there are certain blocks called private files, online users, and latest batches. So these are the different blocks available in the admin user block page. Now here, if we go to the right top corner where the admin user is written, and there is a icon, green color button. When we click on that, there we can go to the profile of an admin. Now in the profile we can have the user details, and when we click on the edit profile, we go to the different options wherein we can change the details of the admin, including the email ID, and on even the password is also there. Then there is a miscellaneous block, there is a report block, there is a login activity blocks in the admin user. Apart from this, the another option which is being explored in this particular video number 4 is about the preferences. Again, to get this preferences, again we have to go to this green block, rectangular block, which we can see adjacent to the admin user, and we get this particular screen. Once we click on to it, this screen here, we have to click get the preferences. So these are the preferences that there are user accounts, so edit profile, change password, preferred languages, forum preferences, editor preferences, so on so forth. Then there is a roles, there are batches, there are blocks. So these are the blocks which are available in the admin user dashboard. So in this particular video, we could able to understand what are the various blocks on the admin dashboard. Now how to go to the admin profile and edit that admin profile, and how to select the preferences and edit the preferences in this particular video. Now the video number 5 talks about the blocks in the admin dashboards. So in this video, we can add different blocks in the admin dashboard, plus even we can set up the front page of this particular login. It can be a guest, or there can be a user login page can be set up. Again, you can see this is the admin user page. When we click on this particular left side button, you can see the arrow. It drop downs the dashboard, site home, calendar, private files, and site administration. Then here there is a course overview, and these are the blocks available. Now after clicking on this, you can see the site administration also here. Now when we move our page to the right side, you will find customize this page. When we click on this customize this page, you will find that below the site administration add block comes. So there is an add block which you can see after clicking onto the customize the page. So you will find this option after clicking that, and below the site administration there is an add a block which comes. Now using this add a block, when we click on the add a block, we get an window which pops up. So these are the different types of blocks available. Now in this block, add a block, let us click as the video says that let us click on the messages block. So when we click on the messages block, all these blocks whatever we add is by default goes and get added to the right side of the window. So you will find that this messages block gets added above the private files and the online user file. Now this is one block which is being added. Now let us add one more block. Now how to add that block? Again we have to click on the add a block button. When you click on an add a block button, again a window like this open up. Now here we are going to select HTML as the block which is to be added. Now after adding that, you will find a new HTML block is added. So there are two blocks which we could able to add. Now when you click on that HTML block, you will find a window pops up, configure a new HTML block. So this is how we can do the changes. Now here the block title is given as things to do. Now after doing this and saving, we will see a things to do block comes to above the course overview. Now this things to do block is another block which is added by configuring the HTML block. Now this is how we can add the number of blocks onto the admin dashboard. Now let us see how to change the front page of the admin block. Now for that we have to click on the site administration block. After clicking on the site administration block, this type of window comes at the middle, and there when you scroll down you will find front page. Now click on the front page option, the window pops up. Now by default there are Digital India LMS which is written. So you can see here this Digital India LMS. This is again if you provide an image, so this image will come, otherwise the short form which is given here will come up there. Now if you can see this previous admin user block dashboard, you will find everywhere it is written as Digital India LMS, and there is an admin user. Now here, after clicking on the front page and configuring and changing the name, you will find admin user name goes and we get the name as Digital India Learning Management System, and the short form Digital India LMS can be seen at the left top corner. So this, by default, the admin user name changes to Digital India Learning Management System. Now here there are many options available. By exploring those options, you can change or further configure the front page of this admin block. So these are the learning outcomes what after going through those 5 videos given by the organizer, and I have set up my Moodle using the Genomio cloud. So that link is provided in my assignment number 2 of this day 1 and uploaded on the requisite location asked by the organizer. Thank you for listening this video.